Congratulations, you and your cat have somehow teleported to the surface of Mars. You're in a suit, barely, some kind of miracle pressurized situation that the wormhole was decent enough to include. Mr. Whiskers somehow has one too. Don't question it. The bad news? No ship, no beacon, no way home that you can see. Just you, your cat, and 4 billion square miles of red nothing staring back at you. So, can you make it home? Let's find out. First, the good news. Mars has gravity. You're not floating into the void. You're standing on solid ground. The wind is blowing, and the sky is this sort of hazy orange-pink situation that would honestly look pretty great on a postcard. Now, the bad news. You have about 90 seconds before things go very, very wrong. See, Mars has an atmosphere. Technically, it's just 96% carbon dioxide, which your lungs do not find particularly useful. The air pressure out here is less than 1% of what you're used to on Earth, which means your blood is about to do something really unpleasant, and we'll get to that in a second. Also, it's minus 60 degrees Celsius right now, and you're not wearing a coat, and Mr. Whiskers is staring at you with that expression that says, "I trusted you. Great start. Here's your first problem." That air pressure we mentioned? It's so low that the water in your body, in your lungs, your saliva, your eyes, wants to evaporate. Not boil dramatically like in the movies, just quietly vaporize while you stand there wondering why your tongue feels like sandpaper. This is called the Armstrong limit, and Mars blows right past it. You're not going to explode, you're just going to pass out in about 15 seconds from hypoxia. That's your brain waving a white flag because there's no oxygen. Then your body handles the rest of the paperwork. Good thing that wormhole had the decency to suit you both up. Mr. Whiskers, sealed inside his little cat suit, is fine. Slightly annoyed, but fine. Breathe in, now shuffle forward. You've got ground to cover. Right away, you notice something is off. You feel lighter, springier, like your body is operating at about 38% of its usual effort. That's Mars gravity for you, roughly a third of Earth's. This sounds like a good time. It is not a good time. Within a few weeks of reduced gravity, your bones start to quietly dissolve. They stop believing they need to be that sturdy. Your muscles, which have spent your whole life fighting Earth's pull, start to atrophy because the job just got too easy. Your cardiovascular system follows. The body is incredibly efficient at getting rid of things it doesn't think it needs anymore. Mr. Whiskers, meanwhile, has fully adapted to the reduced gravity, is running at full sprint, and is impossible to catch. His riding reflex, the thing that lets cats land on their feet, is completely confused right now. He's been doing little accidental moon hops and sticking the landing sideways, somehow still judging you for this entire situation. You have roughly 7 months to get home before the structural damage becomes permanent. No pressure. Actually, significantly less pressure than usual. That's the whole problem. Let's take a look around while you still have the energy. Mars is not the boring flat desert people picture. It's home to Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in the solar system, about 3 times the height of Everest. It's got Valles Marineris, a canyon system so wide it could stretch from New York to Los Angeles. It's actually stunning, in a "I am going to die here" sort of way. The surface itself is covered in a very fine rusty dust made mostly of iron oxide, which is a polite way of saying the whole planet is made of rust. This dust gets into everything, every seal, every filter, every tiny gap in your equipment. The Martian rover opportunity got taken out by a dust storm that coated its solar panels. You are not more durable than a rover. Speaking of dust storms, they happen here on a scale that doesn't have an Earth equivalent. A local storm on Mars would be the size of Arizona. A regional storm could blanket the entire continental United States. A global dust storm, which happens once every 5.5 Earth years or so, wraps the entire planet in a churning wall of rust-colored death that can last for months. So that's nice. Mr. Whiskers has sat down and is cleaning his face, which in cat language means he is either completely calm or completely given up. With cats, it's hard to tell. Here's your survival math. You cannot build a life out here from scratch. What you can do is get to the nearest human outpost. Because in this scenario, let's say humanity has been to Mars. There's a base, it has air, it has food, it has people who are going to have some questions about the cat. The problem is getting there. You have limited oxygen in your suit. Temperatures drop to minus 100 degrees Celsius at night, which is the kind of cold that doesn't wait around. And the sun, while weaker out here since Mars is about 50% farther from it than Earth is delivering unfiltered ultraviolet radiation directly to your suit because Mars has no ozone layer and no global magnetic field to deflect any of it. You are essentially walking around inside a cosmic microwave on the coldest setting. You start moving. Mr. Whiskers follows at a suspicious distance, sticking close but maintaining a posture that says this was your idea. The base is on the horizon, maybe 12 kilometers. In Mars gravity with a suit carrying a cat, you've got maybe 4 hours of oxygen. Start the clock. Okay, you made it to the base, you're inside, you can breathe. A baffled engineer is staring at your cat. But here's the thing, no one's fully cracked yet, getting back to Earth. The trip from Mars to Earth isn't like catching a flight home. The two planets are constantly moving around the sun at different speeds, like two runners on a circular track where one is going faster than the other. This means the distance between them swings wildly. A one-way trip takes somewhere between 7 and 9 months with current technology. You can't just leave whenever you want. There are launch windows, specific moments when the planets are aligned in a way that makes the trip even remotely fuel efficient. Miss the window and you're waiting about 2 years for the next one. Mr. Whiskers has already claimed a bunk, knocked 3 things off a shelf, and is making eye contact with the one crew member who is allergic to cats, living his best life, honestly. Life in the Mars base is not glamorous. Your habitat is pressurized and climate-controlled, which is doing a lot of heavy lifting given what's happening 3 inches outside the wall. Food is mostly whatever can be grown under artificial light in sealed chambers. Every day you check the radiation levels, you check the dust readings, you watch the horizon for that orange haze that means a storm is building. You do your resistance exercises to convince your bones to stay bones. You sleep in a bunk built for a person who did not bring a cat, and Mr. Whiskers sleeps exactly in the center of it and cannot be moved. Physical immovability remains unaffected by reduced gravity, apparently. Weeks go by, then months. The crew gets used to the cat. The allergic crew member has started bringing him little pieces of engineered protein. Mr. Whiskers is thriving. Mars suits him. He was built for stoic indifference to hostile environments. The day finally comes, the launch window opens, a narrow mathematical sweet spot in the orbital dance between Earth and Mars that took 2 years to arrive. You strap in. Mr. Whiskers is in a specially modified carrier that the engineer, the one who first stared at you both in disbelief, built over the course of 6 weeks. He looks genuinely proud of it. You look genuinely grateful. The engines fire. Mars shrinks in the window behind you, rust red and vast and completely indifferent to whether you made it or not. You've got a cat who will sleep the entire journey and wake up on Earth like nothing happened. You look out the porthole at the long dark with Mr. Whiskers curled up warm against your leg. You survived Mars, not without help, not without luck, and not, it must be said without a cat who somehow made the whole thing harder and entirely worth it, Mars.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't.